Don't you just love it when you're on your favorite apps like chatting or playing games? When suddenly your Android mobile stops working, you surely get frustrated and irritated with your mobile, isn't it? And you think of breaking it up. Then suddenly you remember that it's your mobile which served you for so much time. It's your expensive mobile which stayed you for all those lonely nights and days. Chill guys, just joking. Sometimes there are problems with the Android mobiles for which it gets stuck and hangs over and over again. There are ways through which you can fix up your mobile, like going to the settings, then go to the developer options, and then adjust your animation scale and like that. But sometimes it's not just like that, there are other issues too. Generally, a Samsung mobile faces these types of issues, and in this video I'm going to tell you the reasons why you face these types of problems. Well, I am Sayudh Mukherjee, and in this video I am going to tell you the reasons why the Samsung mobiles and other Android mobiles slow down after some time. First, I would like to tell that the main problem is not with Samsung. Yes, you heard it right. The problem is with Android, not Samsung. Android does not process data related to user interface as a priority like iOS. Instead, it lets UI data process along with the general data. When normal data takes up more processing power and leaves little room for the UI data to be processed, then there is a delay in showing up the results of the input. This is the prime reason for all that lag you face. Another point related to Android's UI is that it is developed using Java. The problem with using Java is that it is very resource intensive and has problems with the way it processes garbage values in Android, while UI and apps run, therefore requires much larger processing power than the contemporary OSs like Windows and iOS. This over time exhausts available RAM and thus slows down the phone. This is the exact reason why iOS and Windows run super smooth on low RAM, but you always see Android flagships carrying 3 GB of RAM. Users think that it is for them to use, whereas the reality is that it is the fault of OS itself. It just can't run smooth without using all that RAM. Larger RAM needs larger battery life too, that's why bigger batteries are found in Android handsets than in the other OS mobile phones. All these just adds up cost with no actual benefit to the user. Pricing of an iPhone is a different story. Their philosophy is to sell stones at the price of diamonds and make users feel special. iPhone 7. Yep. So the next time you see all that glossy advertisements smeared all over the newspaper's page telling you how big is their battery and how cool are they to offer you 3 gigs of RAM, remember that much is done that for you. Android does not after the recent Lollipop update just converts efficiently on the low specs. To top this, Samsung's own UI that is TouchWiz further loads the mobile a lot and adds up to the lag. This is why Android handsets from the other OEM like Asus or custom ROMs like the CyanogenMode mode based on stock Android UI continue to run smoother as Lime sparses compared to the Samsung's having same specifications. The App Store is flooded with millions of applications. Many of them are not properly optimized and efficient enough in the way they handle their cache. Now, the UI, apps, etc. all run on Java bytecode which requires translation to native language every time it is run. This increases the time frame between giving a command and Android displaying the results. This isn't the case with iOS or Windows. The type of flash memory used in modern devices is NAND or NOR driven, that are some type of logic gates. This type of memory has limited life cycles and tend to get sluggish after repeated usage. The last reason would be lack of optimization. 98% of Windows phones are Lumias and all iOS mobiles are iPhones, designed and manufactured under close supervision in the respective companies, that is Microsoft and Apple, which created the OS smoothly and efficiently in the first place. They optimize all the aspects of the handsets to make them run OS smoothly and efficiently. Android is made by Google and manufactured by OEMs all over the world who further modify it. This adds up bloatware and less optimization, leading to inefficient uses of resources, that is RAM and processor. Thus Android starts to lag over time. Few things I would like to mention that: number 1, for the inquisitive minds who want clarification as to why Nexus devices don't slow down as much as Samsung despite running Android, the answer is that Nexus devices are developed by Google itself. Google gives the contract to them, like different OEMs like LG last year and Motorola this year for Nexus 6, and closely supervises the development and optimization of the devices, thus ensuring better performance. To top that, Nexus devices don't use skins like TouchWiz, etc. either. I have also provided a link in the description for the doubtful ones. It is from Wikipedia. Number 2. New phones run smooth and get slow with time because they are simply new. They are running the best available OS version and all the apps are optimized for that version. As time passes, you update the OS and run Lollipop on a 2-year-old mobile. The date on which the mobile was announced is taken as the date of inception of product and not when you bought it. This is the ideal method. I am not improvising. Often the latest mobile you buy is already 2 years old by 2 months, at least in India when region specific product launches takes time with the specs that were capable for ICS. You start using apps that are more demanding now because they have evolved to make use of those better specs. Better specifications keep on trickling down to low-end mobiles, and thus a budget mobile starts to process the specs of a high-end mobile. The updated apps treat these new specs as the base mark and ignore the fact that 2-year-old low mobile and is in the same as the present day old end mobile. Also not to forget how rubbish data keeps on accumulating in the memory too. Apps often leave traces of files or settings in the phone memory even after uninstalling them, and thus a hard reset removes them and faster mobile. Take WhatsApp for instance. It got a complete new makeover in this May 2015 and introduced the new voice calling feature, added new animations. App just keep coming and evolving, but your mobile phone doesn't. And here you have the reasons why mobiles slow down with time but not instantly. Number 3. What one needs to realize that Google hasn't officially addressed the issues with Android lag and given us the reasons. What I have articulated above the facts I have gathered for the multiple sources by the internet over time. Some would say one of them isn't the actual reason for the drop in the performance, and some would say it's not. Be your own judge. It's obvious that if your device lags, then these are the most probable reasons. Honestly, my mobile never lagged. If your mobile lags you can't fix it, go home and sleep. You are an idiot. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. Hope it can help you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.